Okay, so I start again. So we're going to have a new year very soon, which is 2018. So we won't have really not something which is new. At the new year morning, when you look at the sky is same as yesterday. When you look at the moon, sun, everything is like old, nothing new. As a Buddhist, we believe in mind. Also, not just believe. Everybody accept there's a mind which is separate from the body. The mind is very important. The mind is, plays a very important role in our life. Many people said, I'm not happy. Actually, they're saying, I am not happy. Actually, your mind is not happy. Your mind is, you are totally separate. When you have a lot of negative thoughts, negative minds, then you are not able to be happy. When you have a lot of positive thoughts, when you have a positive mental attitude, then you can have a happy feeling. You can have a happy environment. So as a Buddhist, every day we can have a new, positive mentality. We can have a new, positive mental attitude. So as a Buddhist practitioner, we always try to have a positive mental attitude. Particularly, in the morning of New Year, to generate, a lot of positive mental attitude. If you have a lot of negative thoughts about someone, you need to, reduce, you need to eliminate, you need to forget all the, negative thoughts in your mind. Then you have a look like happy life, happy New Year. Second, so we are very fortunate. Also, we are very lucky. At this moment, we have more than 7 billion people on the planet. Within the 7 billion people, how many people really, believe in Dharma? How many people believe in religion? How many people try to reduce the negative thoughts, try to generate positive thoughts? So we, we are very busy. We have a busy life. Even though within the busy time, you try to generate, positive mind. You try to reduce the negative minds. That means we are trying to, have a happy life, and this life also try to have a happy life for next life. That means we are doing two kind of preparation. One preparation mainly to have a happy life in this lifetime. Also, we are trying to do a lot of preparation for next life. So I said in the last class, actually yes, we believe in Nirvana and Buddhahood. In order to achieve Buddhahood or Enlightenment, it will take long time, many lives. So in between, Buddhahood and until this life, in between also we try to have a happy life. If you just only focus, about Nirvana and liberation, totally forget how to have a happy life at the moment, then you cannot be happy. When you are not able to be happy, then you cannot practice Dharma. Because Dharma practice can be done based on peaceful mind. In order to have a peaceful mind, you must reduce all the negative thoughts, all the the bad thoughts, bad mind. It's good for you as well as it's good for others, good for everybody. That's why, as a Dharma believer, when you have a negative thoughts, at the beginning you must try to reduce, try to eliminate, using the antidotes, using the perfect, the right methods. So for example, Dharma, for example, right now we are studying Lamrim. Lamrim and the Buddha Dharma is the best methods, best mean to reduce, to eliminate, to minimize all the negative thoughts. Is the best methods to increase, to generate all the positive minds. Is everybody believe, even though the people who don't believe in, accept or don't believe in religion, who really believe in Dharma, also they also accept, when you practice compassion, it can reduce the anger. When you practice contentment, it can reduce the desire. When you try to understand the reality, the truth, also they also believe it, dispel the ignorance. So that's why Dharma is mainly about generate the positive mental attitude, decrease, degenerate the negative thoughts. So because at the beginning of New Year, everybody try to generate the positive or the good mental attitudes. Also, we live in the society, living in the society, so the problem is always there. Problems with the families, problem with the neighbors, problem with the friends, problem with your co-worker. The problem is always there. The problem is you can see as a problem, you can see as a opportunity to practice Dharma. Is depend on you. It's depend on you. When you have some problem, you should not think it's totally bad, totally negative. Also, you should think it is good opportunity to practice compassion, practice patience, practice generosity. That's why, I hope you remember, for example, when we practice patience, they said, having sufferings, having problem has a lot of good qualities. Also, having problem with your friends and family, any problems, if you know how to transform as a practice, is also good opportunity. You should not think when you face problem, you should not think it's a negative. You should not think it's a very bad. You should think this is a good opportunity to learn to practice Dharma. If there's no enemy, if there's nobody makes you angry, how you can practice patience? If there's no innocent being who have sufferings and problems, how you can generate compassion? If there's not any, kind of uneasy life, how you can have a, strong mind? So that's meant, particularly the people who practice Mahayana practice, or believe in Mahayana, follow the Mahayana Dharma, you should think, all the, the uneasiness thing, all the problems and suffering, you can look as a, good condition to practice Dharma, good condition to generate, positive mental attitude. When you think this way, then for you, it's okay to have a problem and sufferings. So, usually, we face physical sufferings and mental sufferings. The physical suffering we must reduce. We must, eliminate through, taking the right medicine, eating the right food, doing the right exercise, sleep on time, get up on time. If you follow the proper way, so you can have reduce the physical problems. You can eliminate the physical, suffering, which is sickness and disease. There's another physical problem or suffering, which is, getting older, changing your physical body, finally going to die, the death. This thing we cannot change unless you're able to change the root of the, aging and death and birth. The root also we can change, also we can eliminate, we can reduce, practice the Dharma. The second problem which is we have, emotional problem or mental problem. This emotional mental problem only cure by practice of Dharma, practice of, Buddha Dharma, practice of teaching. So we are mainly focusing, reduce, eliminate the mental and emotional problems. So that's I want to say beginning of the teaching, because I hope you remember, the 6 mental altitudes, 6 ideas. So what is the idea number 1? Okay, thinking oneself as a patient. Very important, When you wake up in the morning, you should think, I am serious patient. What kind of, sickness and disease we have? What kind of sickness and disease we have? We have a lot of sickness, which is sickness of ignorance, right? Ignorance, attachment, desire, anger, all the negative thoughts are a serious sickness. We seek, this kind of disease for how many years? How many years? Many years. So in the beginning lifetime until now, we are totally, sick by all these negative thoughts. So when you feel, I have all this negative disease of negative thoughts, that you feel, my mind is not healthy. So what is the second idea? Okay, what? Okay, instructor as a doctor. Instructor can be, the teaching of the Buddha, the Buddha himself. Also all the, lineage gurus and lineage masters are the instructor. So you are, we are patients. All the instructor, the Lamrim books, all the Buddha teachings, all the gurus, all the Buddhas are instructor. Those are look like a doctor. So this, when we say, all the instructor or doctor, we learn one thing very important. We learn one very important thing. When you are sick, you are looking at doctor. So it doesn't matter the doctor is European, American, Singaporean, Indian, Chinese, doesn't matter, Malay. You are looking at doctor. If you find the right doctor, good doctor, you should not think, oh, he is not good doctor because he is a Malay, he is a Chinese, he is an Indian. You should think he is a good doctor, which is I need. Same, so we are, we have a very strong desire to practice of Dharma. So the teacher who give you the right instruction, then doesn't matter the teacher is, Chinese, Singaporean, Malay, Indian, Tibetan. You should have a respect. That means all the instructor are like a doctor. The second one, what is the third idea? Medicine. Instruction is like a medicine. Actually, the instructions are look like the prescription, right? So, for example, this Lamrim book is actually in a prescription. What kind of, when you sick, what kind of medicine you eat, when eat, how, how long, how much. So prescription. You should not have a misunderstanding here. The teaching, right? The teaching instruction is not just talking about the teaching; it's talking about mainly the meaning. For example, when you get the instruction from doctor, if you just hold the prescription, it doesn't help you to cure the disease, right? So, in order to cure the disease, you must need the prescription, as well as you need to buy the medicine. You must have the medicine in your hand. So this Lamrim, all the Buddha teaching on the all the commentary on the Buddha teachings are in prescription. So when you read the books, then you gain the knowledge. You have the right understanding. This right understanding you must use when you have a sickness of attachment, sickness of desire. That means you must distinguish between, the teaching and the teaching and the meaning of the teaching. Right? So what is the number 4? Okay. So again, very important lesson. You met good doctor. The doctor gave you the right prescription. Number 3, you buy the right medicine, pay a lot of money. So right now you have the medicine in your hand. So it's just enough to have the medicine for you? No, right? What? You need to eat the medicine. You need to eat the medicine. That means, look at it. We met a right master, guru. Also we got all the explanation, all the teaching. Also we have the knowledge of Dharma in our mind, in our brain. Okay? In our mind. So it is not just enough to have a knowledge of Dharma. Okay, enough. That's why when we study Dharma, you should not study Dharma as a general knowledge. You should not study Dharma, just increase your knowledge. Because you have a more than enough knowledge. So when you study Dharma, you must have a knowledge. First, number 1, you must have a right understanding in your mind. The right understanding you bring down into your heart. Okay? You just should not study Dharma, only increase your knowledge. If you study Dharma for only increase your knowledge, then at the same time increase what? Your ego, your attachment. Because this, I know Lamrim, I know, Dharma, so I'm better than them, I'm better than her and him. That's mean increase your ego. If you don't bring into your heart. For example, I can see some of my Dharma friends, they study Dharma for, quite few years. Instead of reducing ego, instead of reducing attachment, desire, hatred, I can see increasing by having knowledge of Dharma. It is look like, the medicine change as a poison. Right? Poison. And doctor gave you the right medicine. When the medicine received in your hand, if the medicine change as a poison, then you take the poison, what are you going to get? You get sickness. You're going to get sick. That means the teacher, the Lamrim, all the Buddha teaching gave you the right, instruction, give you the right medicine. If you don't take the medicine, in the right way, that means you are look like you got the poison. That's why please everybody, the more you got Dharma knowledge, the more you practice, then must have a less ego, less attachment, less pride. Another important, because I have been meeting so many people. Someone is totally Christian. They are Christian, but they came to TBC to learn about emptiness, learn about the Buddhist psychology. And they said, when the Buddhist people or when the free thinker they came to church, they doesn't care that people believe in Buddhism or the people believe in other religion, that people are free thinker. They always welcoming everybody equally. They say when we go to like a Buddhist center or Buddhist temple, they always discriminate. Are you Buddhist? They say I'm not Buddhist, and they say they're not really welcoming. That's why actually as a Buddhist, as a Mahayana practitioner, you must have a good heart towards everybody. The people believe in religion or not, the people rich and poor, doesn't matter. You must have a good heart for everybody. Should not discriminate, because of the religion, because of the race, because of the, rich and poor. Just open your heart for everybody equally. There's a particularly, any other free thinker or other people who follow different religion, when they come to temple, when they come to center, just welcoming them, receive with a good heart. Let them be happy. Let them learn about Dharma. That's why many Christian people, someone is over 70 years old, there's some group, they come to see me, they want to discuss. Then they're really happy to know, Buddhism, very happy to know Buddhist psychology. They said, when they go to temple or center, the Buddhist people are quite, narrow-minded. We must have an open-minded, we must have a good heart for everybody. Okay, that's when here my main point is, the knowledge you should not just put in your brain. First you need a right knowledge, lot of knowledge of Dharma. All the knowledge you bring into your heart, right? For example, when you see beautiful object, increase your desire, attachment. That moment you must apply the contentment, essenceless, kind of ugliness. Then reduce the attachment. When you see your dislike person, when you see, I don't think you can say my enemy, when you see someone always annoying you, then you get what? You get angry, upset, then just apply the compassion, kindness, tolerance, reduce the anger. Actually, when we, as a human, of course we have, all sentient being has this kind of mind, but one important, when we have a problem with someone, since then we always count all the negative quality or the bad quality about the person. We never count the good qualities. When you count both, good qualities or the bad qualities of the person, then you can find more good qualities, less bad qualities. When you see more good qualities, then you have less negative thoughts of person. If you contain only negative thoughts, then slowly you can see Buddha is totally negative being. Right? You should not count only the negative thoughts. You should count the positive, things with the person. Then you can see, the person has a lot of good qualities. The person has a good heart. And that moment I have some problem, actually the person is good. And also remember what Buddha said, when you have when you upset with someone, you should not hate the person. You should hate the negative thoughts. Look at this is very important advice by Buddha Shakyamuni, very important advice by Shantideva. When somebody said very bad thing, somebody has a bad reaction towards you, that moment the person is totally not free. The person mind is totally controlled by negative thoughts. For example, when you meet the mad person on the street, the reaction must be very bad. The word must be very bad. But when the mad person says something, you ignore. Instead of having anger or hatred, you just feel sorry about the person. We should have this kind of mental attitude. What's the number 5? Number 5? Excellent being. That's I told you, so Buddha Shakyamuni is the excellent being. Because not, I am follower of the Buddha. Because not, we just saying, he's excellent. When we say excellent, Buddha has an excellent body, excellent speech, excellent mind. 3 excellent, the excellent body, excellent speech must be had based on the excellent mind. Excellent mind. So when we are talking about the quality of the Buddha, we always think about the mental quality rather than the physical, and the speech quality. Because generally you can see, somebody doesn't have the attractive body. The person is look bit ugly. But the person has a good mind, the person has a lot of mental, good quality. Then the person is, you look precisely, look very ugly, but you can see the person is a nice person, beautiful person, right? But somebody, you can see somebody has a beautiful, attractive physical body. The person has a lot of negative thoughts, lot of, negative mental attitudes. When you see the person, you cannot see the person is beautiful, nice. You can see quite ugly, right? That means when you think about the excellence of Buddha, excellent body, excellent speech, excellent mind, within the three, the excellent mind is very important. When you have an excellent mind, you have an excellent speech. When you always speak nicely, you always be nice person in the society, nice person in the family. But you look beautiful, you wear very expensive jewelry, expensive watch, expensive clothes. You dress up very beautifully, but your mind is very bad. Nobody consider you are beautiful. Right? That's why we should not think, Buddha is excellent because I am Buddhist. You should think Buddha is excellent because he has an excellent mind. How he has an excellent mind? Because he, eliminate all the negative thoughts, the bad thoughts. That's here he got excellent mind. So when we think about, the quality of the Buddha's body, speech and mind, also we should have a strong desire to have, I must have a excellent body, excellent speech, excellent mind. Okay, what's the last number? Number 6. Okay. Also, I hope you remember in the last class I said, wish, the Buddha teaching stay long time, right? Live a long time. Also, you should not think, I am Buddhist. Buddha Dharma wish to remain for many years. This is a wrong, motivation, wrong thoughts. Before we wish the Buddha Dharma, remain for long time, first, you must know the meaning of Buddha Dharma. Second, you must practice the Buddha Dharma. When you practice the Buddha Dharma, you feel it's good for me. You feel it's reducing my negative thoughts. It increases my positive thoughts. Then you really have a strong wishing or strong, aspiration, prayer to remain Buddha Dharma for a long time. You don't have any knowledge of Buddha Dharma. You don't have experience of experience good about Buddha Dharma. That how you can feel, how you can have a wishing to have a Buddha Dharma, remain for a long time. That's why we should think Dharma is so important to reduce all the negative thoughts, increase all the positive thoughts. If everybody, able to decrease the negative thoughts, then actually we have a world peace. We have a, peace in Singapore. We have peaceful everywhere. So in order to have this kind of, in order to do this kind of praying or chanting or recitation or whatever, first you need to test. You must feel the test of the Buddha Dharma. Okay, then now we, so this is kind of, how you, when you listen teaching, what kind of, mental attitude you have. That means we know teaching is very important. How I must listen. Now, most important one, whom I receive the teaching, whom I, listen the teaching. Now we're talking about what? The quality of the teacher, the quality of the gurus. Very, very important. Okay. Do you remember the 10 qualities of the teacher? Can you recite the sentence which is mention the 10 qualities of the teacher? Sutra, right? From the Sutra. Okay. Very good. So page number 71. Right? Okay. Everybody please read.
As good qualities surpassing those of the spirit, it is energetic, worthwhile, extraordinary,
Respectedness. So please everybody memorize this sentence. I'm not asking memorize the Lamrim, just memorize this sentence. Look at, so important, so big, because so we have a lot of problem. Somebody, when they meet like a master, at the beginning, the first time when you meet anybody, you can see the person is very nice, person is really good. After you stay with the person for like few days, slowly you can see the problem, you can see the faults. It is same when you see the Sifu or Guru or Geshe or Rinpoche at the first day, wonderful. The second you can say, oh, I need to think about. Third day, then you can see the problems, right? It's okay because you are not really still rely or accept the person as a teacher. Very dangerous one, after you fully accept, fully believe, or he or she is my teacher, you fully believe and accept, then you can, if you see all the faults or problems, is too late. Too late, right? Too late. So when you walk in the company, you can say, excuse me, I'm not coming since tomorrow. I'm going to get another job, right? Like rely on teachers, not like that. That's why, some of you maybe already have a guru. Some of you, still just studying Dharma. You don't have a particular guru or master. So, who already have a gurus, who already accept someone or he or she is my guru, then you really have to be very careful. If you are totally, kind of free person, just be Buddhist, study Buddha Dharma, still haven't got any, teacher and guru, for you good to do the study. So, for example, the simple thing when we buy from market, first we check which company, right? Yeah, the company is good. Then you can check what thing inside. Then third, expire. But the teacher, it doesn't expire. But teacher is a company. The teacher come from where? Come from Tibet, come from China, come from Japan, Hong Kong, Korea, company. Okay? So, when you buy things, you're thinking what thing inside. Same thing you must check. Yes, the Rinpoche, the Geshe, the Shifu, come from this company. Does he has the knowledge or not? No, not. Most important one, the knowledge. Doesn't matter the person is famous or not. Some master is very famous. If you spend few days, few months try to get knowledge, they don't have that knowledge. Somebody looks very humble, look like very simple, Sifu, simple teacher. When you spend with the master or the monk, slowly you can see all the knowledge, all the experience. So that's why you really have to check the knowledge about guru. So in order to be guru, the guru must have how many conditions? 10 conditions. 10 conditions. Okay? Be guru must have a 10 condition. In order to accept the person as a guru, same thing, the guru must have a 10 condition. 10 qualities. Quality number 1, 2, 3. 1, disciplined. Number 2, serene. Number 3, thoroughly pacify, very important. That means the guru is, ordained or lay person, doesn't matter. Guru not necessary to be ordained, not necessary to be male, not necessary to be female. Number one, the person who practice, Shila, right? Number one, discipline. Discipline, if we're talking about, there are 8 different, ordinations. Mainly, the person must always, train their mind, discipline. Number 2, serene mean, what does mean? First is talking about the practice of morality. Number 2, serene, practice of mindfulness. Number 3, practice of wisdom. Do you remember 3 practices? Practices of morality, practices of mindfulness, practices of wisdom. Very important. As a Buddhist, you must be disciplined person. If you, already took a vows, Vinaya vows, there are 8 different levels. If you took Tantrayana vows, if you have taken the Bodhisattva vows, then you must, maintain the vows. Always make sure you are not against all the vows. Then number 3, serene, right? Serene means mindfulness. Thoroughly pacified. That means Shrabjilapa. Yeah, thoroughly pacified means, so look at, the first discipline is like a foundation. If the person is not disciplined, the person never ever can have a mindfulness. Even though the person is a very disciplined, very mindful person, if the person doesn't have a right wisdom, then your practice never go, you cannot see a lot of progress in your practice. That means you always be disciplined. So, discipline we have 3. Physical discipline, verbal discipline, then the mental discipline. Physical discipline, how you act, how you walk, how you eat, how much you eat. Right now, this day we have many people has a problem to gain the weight. Why? The people doesn't have a discipline. When they see a lot of food, good food, want to eat more, then gain weight. Like me, I gain weight almost 81. I reduce 8 kilos within 22 days. You can see I'm quite skin right now. Now I can see all my nerves here. I reduce the weight because, I discipline. Eat less, do exercise, and also I'm taking particular biscuit. So I can see, I do the exercise. Before I cannot bend like this, My belly is very thick. And yesterday I do exercise. I try to bend. I can touch my head on the ground like very easily. Then my whole belly look like a plastic bag. I can put like this. It's mainly what? Discipline, right? Discipline. So that's why you must eat, the right amount of food. And also discipline, look at, when not talking about practice of dharma. So when you buying clothes, also you need a discipline. What kind of clothes you must buy? You should buy, you should not buy. So discipline is very important. Then mindfulness, always mindful. So we are not talking high practice level. No, I'm not talking a high level of practice. Generally, disciplined, always mindful. When you eat, when you wear, when you walk, when you say something, must be mindful, thoughtful. I should say, I should not say. If I say, how long? If I should not say, how long? Okay, then thoroughly pacify, mean wisdom. You have to be, so also you should not, mix be wisdom, be wise and be wisdom. Be wise, right? Wise person. Wisdom is different. Wise, intelligent, the wise are very similar. Intelligent, if you know, so many things, if you learn so many things, we can say the person is intelligent. The person is very wise. But we should not say the person has a lot of wisdom. Wisdom, the knowledge, the experience which is he have, mainly for reducing the negative thoughts, mainly for increase the positive thoughts. We Tibetan call share up, superior kind of wise, superior knowledge. Then number 4 has a good qualities surplus for the student. Of course, as big teacher, the teacher must have a better quality than the student. If the teacher has a less knowledge than the student, then the teacher lead student in the wrong direction. Okay, the teacher has a less knowledge than the student. The teacher, because the student believe the teacher doesn't have enough knowledge. And what do the teacher lead the student in the wrong direction? If the teacher student have a same knowledge, then doesn't matter how long you rely on the teacher, you cannot have a better knowledge. Right? This means the teacher must have a better knowledge, more better knowledge than the student. Then number 5. What is the number 5? Quality 5? Energetic. I told you, do you remember what does mean energetic? I said energetic doesn't mean the teacher is very energetic, do everything. No. Energetic means, look at, you are very fresh. Okay, you are very fresh, you are fully awake. If I ask you to do, some kind of exercise, you will do. I ask you to do another, you will do very happily. So then when I give you Lamrim books, okay, read Lamrim book 1 hour. Then slowly your energy loss. Right? Then you feel sleepy. Then you play with your phone. That's mean energetic means when you study Dharma, when you practice Dharma, you must have a really good energy. That means within the 6 paramita. What the number 4? Joyous effort. Energetic means joy, effort. We Tibetan call, Tsong-du. Tsong means effort. Du means, effort towards the positive action, good action. For example, somebody put a lot of effort to do bad thing. The person is putting good effort, but we cannot call the person has a joy effort. Okay, energetic means the teacher must have a joy effort to study, to practice of Dharma or teach Dharma to student. That's why you can see some teacher can teach first few days and the teacher is very slow learner. The teacher feel tired. That means the teacher doesn't have enough energetic. Because the teacher practice Shila, mindfulness, wisdom, the teacher has a better knowledge. If the teacher doesn't have joy effort, the teacher cannot teach for a long time to the student. The next quality number 7, has a wealth of scripture knowledge. Well-skilled knowledge means the teacher must know all the meaning of Buddha Dharma, include the Vajrayana. Then I told you, right? So Buddha Dharma is look like that, but picture has a 3 corner. It's a big picture, If you look at only one side, you can see, certain things. You cannot see everything. You have to see something from this corner, other thing that corner, something that corner. When you look at the three corners, three direction, then you can see the complete picture of the object. In order to have a perfect knowledge about Buddha Dharma, you must have a good knowledge about the Hinayana practices. Then Sudar Mahayana, Tantra Mahayana. If you have a three knowledge together, then you are able to see the complete Buddha Dharma. So this means knowledge of scripture knowledge. The next one, number 7, right? Possessing love, loving concern is a very important. Now, loving concern, right? That means the teacher has all the good qualities, but the teacher doesn't have a really pure love towards the student, towards the disabled. Then also again the teacher cannot teach the student because they have a knowledge, they don't have enough compassion, love. The next one, thorough knowledge of the reality, thoroughly knowledge of reality. That means, it's very important quality. Generally, the teacher has must have all the good knowledge. Particularly, the teacher mainly he talking about the emptiness, selflessness. Because again, we have so many. For example, when your body become very weak, how many sickness we can have? We can have a many sickness because your body is very weak. When you eat, sudden food, you get sick. When you use the air condition, you get sick because your body is very weak. The body is very weak because that's why you have a many sickness, right? Same thing, we have so many emotional sickness. All of them, arise from where? Ignorance. The ignorance can be, pacified, can be reduced only knowing the emptiness, only knowing the selflessness. This means the teacher must realize emptiness. Even though the teacher is not fully understood the emptiness, but the teacher must know, for example, you don't have a complete information about something, but you must have a 75% information about something. This means, in order to eliminate all the negative thoughts, the teacher must know emptiness. The teacher must realize emptiness. Then next one, skill in instruction, right? Disciple. That means the teacher must have a good skill, how to use instruction, how to teach. The last one, okay. That means the teacher must abandon the desperateness. What does mean desperateness mean? Feel tired? What does mean? Easily to tired. What? Discourage. Being discouraged is also very important. That's why, the teacher doesn't have a patience. The teacher is very impatient, then the teacher cannot teach to the student because the student is very slow learner. The student don't understand much. That means the teacher must teach very patiently, should not, be discouraged. Those are the qualities. So here shortly I explain about the emptiness. Then we move. So this is a kind of summary about the. Okay. Next, we can just jump to the quality of the disciple. Okay, so emptiness, because many people try to understand emptiness, but they, cannot. There's actually mainly two problems, mainly two obstacles to know emptiness. Problem number one, you are not ready to, believe. You are not ready to believe when there's somebody explain emptiness. This is one of the big obstacles. Number two, the instructor or the teacher or the guru, when they explain emptiness, they never try to use the simple logic. Simple logic. They use a lot of logic which is so difficult to understand. That means you can see two problems. Number one, you are not ready to believe in. Even though you think it makes sense, but you're still not sure. Number two, the teacher, not how to use the simple logic to introduce emptiness. The teacher uses a lot of logics, reasoning, which is very difficult to understand. Why you are not ready to believe in? Because we got, strong mental imprint. We got very strong, mental pattern. That's why you are not ready to believe in emptiness. Okay. For example, when you look at the rainbow in the sky, right? When we can see rainbow, when we can see the timing, just after the raining, can we see rainbow night? No. Cannot. What we need? Sun. We need a light. I'm not sure that the electric light can make a rainbow or not. Definitely light. Sun. For example, you can see rainbow anytime. When you have a pipe, the plastic pipe, right? Yeah, pipe. So, for example, afternoon, very difficult to see rainbow, morning or evening. So, for example, the sun is, rising this way. You just release the water. You can see the rainbow there. Okay. So look at, when we see rainbow in the sky, it looks so beautiful, right? You can see there's a rainbow. We know there's a rainbow. Can you really catch up the rainbow? You cannot. Just say everybody, go more closer to the rainbow. What happened? You cannot see. The rainbow will disappear for you. Disappear whom? For you. But still rainbow is there. Other people can see. Right? If you do go more closer, then you cannot see. If you see far, when you look at far away, you can see it. I give you one example, the rainbow. Second is too close. Too close, you cannot see. That means now we just think about, an object. For example, this is cup. There's a lot of water. What is this? Oh, this is a cup, right? The cup is exactly like a rainbow. Everybody can see the cup, right? Now, what is this? I'm also saying this is a cup. Now my mind going more closer. What is this? What is this? We can see the cup. When I touch, then what is this? This is side of the cup. What is this? Base of the cup. What is this? Upper part of the cup. That means when you go very closer, then you cannot find the cup. When you touch, no cup. Touch here, no cup. Touch here, no cup. Touch here, no cup. But far away, you can say this is a cup. When you go more closer, you cannot find the cup. Why? Why you cannot find the cup when you go more closer? Why you cannot find? Why? That means the cup is there. Okay? Everything is there. The cup, the house, the Buddha, everything is there. But those are not exist only from the object side. Not exist from the object side. Object side. Not exist from from that side. Right? If the things exist from the object side, let's say it exists independently, that means you really need, then you're going to pick, you're able to, pick point. This is the cup. No. Okay, just short moment, everybody think about yourself. Where are you? Where are you? Just everybody just, think about yourself. Where are you? In the TBC. Now just think about yourself. Where are you? In your head? Is you? No. Right? Definitely this is not you. Because this is a bone and flesh and skin. You are not bone. You are not flesh. You are not skin. Not here. Right? And here? No. This is your hands. This is your legs. This is your belly. Then think slowly. Are you exist? Are you exist? Are you exist? Yes, I exist. Because I can see, I can hear, I can touch. When you pull your skin, you can feel it. I'm here, right? Actually, that means where are you? Inside your body, when you open your heart, you can see the heart, you can see the lungs, you can see all the what's tester, intense. Yeah. Where are you? We cannot deny I am not exist. Right? We cannot deny I am not exist. I am exist. I can feel the suffering, I can feel the happiness. Then where are you? Then slowly you need to think true way. If I search myself within my body, I cannot find. If I think I'm exist, this means I'm exactly look like a rainbow. When I go more closer, I cannot find. When I think, when I feel, I can feel it, I exist. It's showing everything exists mainly dependently. Mainly only dependently. Dependently. Nothing exists independently. But what we think everything exists independently. For example, somebody says something, we say, you are bad. We pick upon the person. We pick where? Then the body is not. Then what we think, things exist independently. For example, when you say beautiful person, as a male, when they see beautiful like a female, wow, the person is so nice. When male can see female, wow, female see man, wow, so beautiful, right? Then go more closer. Where's the beautiful person? Is the head? No, head is not that beautiful. The hair, you go more closer, you cannot find. At the beginning, what we thought, the beautiful is exists from where? From the person that side. Right? That means emptiness means empty of what? Independent nature. Empty of We are not talking, when we say the cup is empty, that means in the inside cup there's nothing. We are not, cup is empty because the cup is empty of independent nature, independent existence. Nothing exists independently. Nothing exists not depend on other. Everything exists mainly depend on other. Okay. Now we talk. We don't have a lot of time. When we think about dependent, you need to know three layer, right? Three layer. First, all phenomena which we can see, we can feel it is depend on their own causes and condition. Are you accept? For example, when you come inside, if you feel cool, the coolness come from where? Aircon. That means the coolness is dependent on causes and condition. Outside weather is very hot because the hotness come from causes and condition. It's very easy to know. Right? This is what we call, dependent, the meaning of dependent number one. Now we go number two, meaning of dependent. Second is a bit difficult, dependent on parts and whole. Parts and whole. This is a lid of the cup. Yeah, parts and whole. 차단 차전. Okay, parts and whole. So easy also I can think about yourself. So when we say this is a person, this is a human being, this is not human being, right? This is like a non-human being and non-human being. How you can differentiate human being and non-human being? Mainly about what? All sentient, for example, dog and human being. Dog has a mind, dog has a body, dog has a speech, dog has a eternity. Same which is we have there, the dog also have a same thing. Now we think about the five, five aggregates. What are the five aggregates? Form, feeling, discrimination, then composition factor, then consciousness. Very important. Form, feeling, discrimination, composition factor, then consciousness. Five. Those five are what we call basis of living being. Basis of living being. I'm not talking sentient being or living being. Living being is not referred to the trees and this thing who has a mind. Also Buddhas, all the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, all sentient beings depend on five aggregates, or five or four. For us, five. So the thing which has, thing referred to not the table and chair, all phenomena we can call thing. Okay? The thing which has five aggregates that we can call the thing, or thing is living being. This is not living being because it doesn't have a five aggregates. The five aggregates is the basis. Based on the five aggregates, then we name, or human being, we name, like a cow, we can make a dog, we can name a Buddha. Five bases are same. We cannot say the person is not human being because the person doesn't have a human head. Even though the person doesn't have a human head, but still we can call, the living being is a human. Actually, how you can differentiate human and, animal? Huh? How we can differentiate human and animal? Huh?
Mental process.
Huh?
Mental process.
What do you mean mental project?
Process. Mental. Our thinking and the animals different. The dog and the cat.
Then male and female are different thinking. Then you can say, male is no human being because there's a different. Right? Also, if you look at generally what we think, like a cow, they don't have a thing which is we have. We believe. Maybe they have a better thoughts than we. Right? But we, for example, let's say you have a best friend. Your best friend just covered. Can you recognize this is your best friend by smell? You cannot. The dog can differentiate who is the owner, who is your best friend. We cannot. Then the bird, like a vulture, they can see 500 kilometers away. We human, we cannot. That means look at animal has some certain area, animal has a better sense than us. Maybe the thinking, maybe animal has a better thought than us. Maybe look at it exactly. I think how many you have a pet dog? Pet, right? Pet dog. How many pet dog? How many you have a pet dog? No, you have. Look at, you give a food, give a gift, the dog, show you really affection, show you love. Even though you beat little bit, still they show you affection. If you beat your friend, will they show you still affection? No, he will run away. Never will come back to you. The dog, if you beat very strongly, run away little bit, run away a bit further. And the evening, again come back, showing the compassion. Now look, who are more compassionate? Human being and dog. Huh? That's why the quality of the student, one is look like, do you remember? Like a dog. Dog means have to be very patient, able to, carry all the activities. That's why we should not think, animal is, we are better than animal. So maybe some area, yes, that means, so related to the second, interdependent, we human being, all sentient being, all living being depend on the 5 aggregates. This is the basic that we call, parts and whole. Parts. The 5 aggregates are the parts. Parts. We, human being, are the whole. Whole and parts. Whole. For example, cup. The cup is whole. Whole. Not talking about the holy, whole. Whole. It has many parts. The handle, upper part, all we call parts. Cup is a whole. That means, look at, the cup is depend on many parts. Many parts. And we human being depends on many parts, particularly we depend on 5 aggregates. This is meaning number 2 of interdependent. The most difficult one, dependent on only thoughts and name and thoughts. Name, mainly designation. Mainly all phenomena exist, mainly name and thoughts. Okay, for example, 40 years ago, computer wasn't there, right? Wasn't computer there. 40 years. How many years been since computer exists? 30? 60 years. Okay, before 60 years there wasn't computer. Okay, there's somebody, build something, then finally it's function something, then what we give? Name as a computer. That means the object become computer. 2 years ago, TBC wasn't here. It was, run as a company office. This building how become TBC? How? The window, everything is in same. How this place become TBC? How? There's a building, we move things here, we just put the name of TBC of the building. Since the building become TBC. Tomorrow this building, everything put same there, don't move anything inside. All the object, everything leave as it is. Next they will put ABC. Then this building become ABC. Just only mainly about name and thoughts. Okay, so actually I thought I can finish the quality of students. So this we can leave for next year. Next year, right? Okay, so today is our last class in 2017. So everybody very excited about New Year. So the New Year will be happy New Year or suffering New Year. It depends on you. Very much depend on you. Make sure, because if there's so many problems around you, if you able to maintain your peaceful mind, the external environment doesn't affect to you, doesn't affect in your mind. Okay, even though in the around you everything is perfect, everything is so good. If you're not able to control your mind, for you, the 2018 will be the suffering years. So everybody try to, control your mind, try to reduce attachment, desire, anger, hatred, try to increase all the positive mental attitude. Whenever you face any problems, physical problems or mental problems, just remember the Dharma. Remember the Dharma, remember the Lamrim, and try to apply the Dharma and Lamrim. Dharma look like medicine. You have a big bag of medicine. There are so many different types of medicine, right? You have a big bag of medicine. The Lamrim is, big bag of medicine. You have all the medicine. When you get headache, still you need to go to buy medicine. It's good, right? When you have a headache, open your bag. Eat the headache medicine. When you have a stomach ache, open your bag. Eat the medicine for your stomach ache. Whenever you face any kinds of problem, remember Dharma, practice Dharma, apply Dharma. Then definitely we can have a happy year and a happy 2000 years. And also we going to do the dedication prayers. We dedicate the merit which is be accumulated through practice or study of Lamrim. Dedicate number 1 to have a long life, all the lineage gurus. Number 2, have a happy life, all sentient beings, as well as have a happy time all over the world. Then number 3, dedicate the merit to able to understand the Dharma, to able to practice the Dharma, to able to reduce all the negative thoughts, to able to increase all the positive thoughts, to able to generate bodhicitta. Then we can do the Lamrim prayers. And also we thanks to Sonam to translate from my broken English to broken Chinese. We have 2 broken languages. Broken English and broken Chinese, but his broken Chinese is better than my broken English. Yeah, read yours to Sonam and thank you, Sonam. Okay, so this is a prayer.